So today, in the sermon, not the sermon, the class was a heart-tugging class for your boy, man. We talked about 1 Samuel, we talked about Hannah and how she prayed for a child because she was having issues conceiving and stuff like that. And God blessed her with a child, and she made the promise to God that, he would be a God-fearing child, and all that stuff. And we had an issue having kids as well. And then we had Ace. And God blessed us with Ace. And for those of you that don't know, he has autism. And it really made me think about how at times we pray really, really hard for something. Really, really hard for something. God blesses us with that. And we say that we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to use these blessings to glorify Him. And, all right, Ace. And it made me think and start self-reflecting, like, prayed hard for Ace. And then as soon as I found out he has autism, I stopped praying for him to not be normal, but I stopped praying for him to find a spouse. Like for my daughter, constantly pray for whoever the man she's going to marry. Constantly pray for that because I can see her doing that. For Asen, I don't pray for that because I'm like, man, he's going to be with me for the rest of his life. He's not verbal. He's not going to have a spouse. But after today's lesson for this class, I got to stop doing that because if I say I serve a God that can do anything and is almighty and all powerful, then why am I excluding my son from his blessings? Just because he has a disability doesn't mean that God doesn't have a spouse prepared for him. It doesn't mean that he's not going to have a career. It doesn't mean that, a big one for me is that it doesn't mean that he's not going to make the choice to get baptized and be a follower of Christ, because we prayed for my daughter to have a relationship with Christ. And it was like super important, right? And she did, and that was one of the best days of my life when she decided to become a Christian. But because of my son's disability, I stopped praying that he makes the commitment to Christ. And I got to stop doing that, y'all. So it was a super eye-opening message today that I got to start thinking of my son as a blessing and stop allowing this disability to define who he is, because God dictates everything. And when we pray for something and we tell him that we're going to use it for his glory, we got to do that. And God knows that Ace has been a blessing and he will be used for his glory, man. Ace, come here, buddy. Hey, Ace, say what up, buddy. There go my dog right there, boy.